Talk about the scoring. Zach Irvin led the way for Gate City. It wasn't pretty, but it was 29 points, and we needed them. As Bradley Dean got things going in the fourth quarter, he's got 14, ends up the game. John Compton, though, played a very good, solid game overall. 10 points in the ball game. DeAndre Mack had a bucket. Jonathan Sally had 3 points, and that was the scoring breakdown for Gate City. As you've got Chris with the stats of the rebounds and steals, what do you got so far?
Well, both teams wound up with 29 rebounds, and that's pretty indicative of the way the game went, particularly the first half. But Bradley Dean led the way. He had 11 rebounds. John Compton, as you mentioned earlier, great defensive effort tonight. I had him with 6. Sally wound up with 6, and Irvin had 4. Luke Reed had a couple of rebounds also, and I had 2 steals by Compton, a steal by Mack, 1 by Sally, and 1 by Irvin.
Well, overall, like I said, our shooting percentage was way down, but of course we ratcheted the defense up. Again, only giving up. Again, they had 29 points at halftime. They ended up with 42 in the ball game. Of course, we only scored 56, but again, it was a Gate City victory. So we'll try to get our player of the game up here. What do you think, Mr. Compton? Of course, Mr. Dean's spent some time with us.
We've not talked to John. Well, we talked to him leaving Wise Central, but I was kind of hoping he would be my bodyguard. We just kind of talked to him on the way out the door. Yeah, he'd be a good one.
So
I will do it, gentlemen.
Mr. Ferguson, and we'll...
One real stat I want to throw out. Tonight's stat, we scored 26 points in the first half. We scored 30 in the second half. They scored 29 in the first half, scored 13 in the second half.
Defense, we did a better job, and again, was able to do it. And again, we actually ended up rebounding, the early, talking about the rebounds, they were beating us to them. They were getting position, but again, we did assert ourselves, especially in the second half, talking about a David George and a Bradley Dean.
Well, my big concern is they cannot do this Friday night. Going to Science Hill, it's going to be I'm going to use the word again, a raucous crowd.
Raucous?
Science Hill's going to be looking for Gate City. They, Friday night, knocked off Daniel Boone 71-64. So Daniel Boone ran right with Science Hill up till the very end when they had to start fouling, and Daniel Boone gave Gate City all they want tonight. Friday night should be a classic. It's got great potential. I was looking forward to it before. Now I'm really excited about it.
And you think about Gate City, and we talked about this, they're going to get everybody's best shot. It doesn't matter who they are, if it's a 1-20 team from last year, or if it's a good basketball team like a Science Hill, like a Daniel Boone. I mean, they're going to get their best shot. Again, the crowd's always they're going to be chanting overrated. They're going to be honest, and Gate City does come out here tonight with that 56-42 victory. So,
well, if there's any doubt in anybody's mind, if you're on the fence about whether or not to make the trip to Johnson City, come on. I can tell you, Science Hill will pack. Is it going to be at Freedom Hall? Did we find out for sure?
Not for sure yet. We've got to call into the athletic director at Science Hill. Hope to get back with him tomorrow and have a confirmation again. We will let you know, of course, through our social media outlets how we'll be broadcasting, where we'll be broadcasting, and what time we'll be broadcasting as well.
Well, what I was getting at was Science Hill has been known to play big games in their small gym just to get that home court advantage even more so. So if you're on the fence or trying to decide whether or not to come out Friday night, come out. Support Gate City. Let's even up that home court advantage that Science Hill is going to be looking for. But, of course, bring your mobile device and listen to Gate City Sports Radio to get the inside information.
And, I know this is going down a little bit different path, but I'll do it anyway. Friday, a lot of people, that's going to be their last work day until next week. Christmas Eve is on Monday.
Me.
Yes, and for all you people out there, for the rest of us that do work, I have some things to say, but I'll say them off the air. Anyway, but no, what a way to start off, your holiday 4-day weekend if you get that. Again, a lot of people will be off on Monday and Tuesday. And, of course, we sincerely wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a safe holiday season. Come in. But anyway, start off your weekend great. Come over, go to the mall, shop a little bit.
Go to Red Lobster, get you some biscuits.
I mean, and just come on out, get ready for a great night of basketball. And again, our ladies, come. What do you say about them? I mean, we spoke with Sarah just a few minutes ago. Come out here tonight, and many people again were talking about they were probably considered double-digit underdogs, and to come out of here with an 11-point victory as well as they played. Hats off to Coach Kelly Housewright and her squad. That was a great effort by them tonight.
Well, after the last 8 quarters that they played prior to tonight, I was a little concerned. I wasn't sure how or if they were going to be able to rebound meaning come back to play, because the last 2 games have just not been their best.
Yeah.
But tonight they played solid basketball all the way through.
I think if this team would have played that way at Wise Central, I think we're talking about a different story. And, of course, like we said, they outscored Wise Central in that second half. So, they're not far off, if anything. So, again, it's shaping up to be a great year for them as well as the boys. So, we'll take a quick break, come back. I hope Rob went in the right locker room, unlike another incident, which we'll have to talk about another time. But anyway,
I don't see the police running, and I don't hear any screams.
So, as of yet, everything is fine. But anyway, we'll be back here in just a moment. Again, you're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports here on the James River Advisors postgame show. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
For exceptional Mexican food and the perfect place to stop in before heading out to watch another Gate City victory, La Carreta Express in Weber City offers a tremendous menu of authentic Mexican cuisine at a great price. La Carreta proudly supports Blue Devil Sports, and they're open 7 days a week, even until 10 p.m. every night except Sunday. So dine in with them today or give them a call at 276-386-7000 for call-in orders. Again, that's 276-386-7000. And they're located next to Weber City Drug on U.S. Highway 23 in Weber City.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio. Sports Radio.
And we're back here on the postgame show, live from Daniel Boone High School. Again, Gate City with a 56-42 victory. Well, we've got a special, unique young man with us here. Number 15 on your programs, but number 1 in our hearts, Mr. Drew Vermillion. Appreciate you spending just a couple minutes with us.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
All right. Of course, we're going to talk a little bit about your great weekend that you had up in UVA Wise, but let's talk a little bit about the game tonight. Your mindset as you all came in, again, this was a scrappy Daniel Boone team that you all took on.
It was. We faced a lot of adversity. Shots weren't going down. We haven't really ever played good up here, but I'm glad we take down a good team, and it'll prepare us for Science Hill this week.
Did you feel like that you all maybe it looked like you were forcing it a little bit? I mean, when things didn't sort of start off and you really didn't find that rhythm, that typical Gate City rhythm, kind of until the second half.
Yeah, we just need to move the ball more, set more screens, and that'll come as the season goes on. We're still getting back into basketball shape, but it'll come. We'll be fine.
Again, the prelude, talking about that big ball game coming. Do you know much about Science Hill, and what's your initial thoughts about taking on the Hilltoppers over in Johnson City on Friday?
I haven't heard much about them, but they always have a good team. I know they'll be good, but I'm sure Science Hill is going to be a big place to play. It'll be packed. I'm sure it'll be a rough game for us. Have
they talked to you all about, are they going to play at Science Hill, or are they going to go to Freedom Hall?
I have not heard, but I would think Science Hill.
Okay.
But not really sure.
We've got to call into the athletic office to find out, and they've not got back with us as of yet. So, of course, changing gears just a little bit, you had a big weekend. Talk to us a little about All-Star Weekend that you took a part in up at UVA Wise.
Yeah, it was really fun. I was glad to meet all those guys. I made friends with all of them. There's some good players there. A lot of them going to play college football. It was a fast-paced game. Everyone was good.
So, are you ready to announce? I mean, you want to announce officially tonight where you're going to be headed to, or are you going to?
You're trying to scoop everybody.
I'm trying to get to the thousands that's out there. Where are you going to go to college?
Right now, probably my number 1 right now is probably UVA Wise, but I'm just waiting.
I am an Emory Henry graduate, right? They won't say anything about that, but Just want to put that out there. So
Hey, they're up at the top of my list too. So
no, great school, but like I said, wherever you go, of course, we know you'll do a tremendous job. So, talk about this. Of course, you've been through, again, as a senior, you've been through the ups and downs of the program, and you've played at VCU, and you've been through. What's this year sort of meaning in terms of what does it mean to you being a senior here, the defending state champion, and sort of your career as a whole?
Well, I think since we lost Smack, we have a lot of doubters, and it would be awesome just to go and do it again. Just guys I've always played with, it'd be special to us to win it again.
So now when we're up there at again, our talking about your college, when will you actually do that and actually announce and everything like that?
Probably in the next little bit, next month for sure.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for anything else right now.
The thing I'm going for is, will you announce it live on the air with us?
Yeah, I will.
Oh, Nelly.
There you go.
You've heard it here, sports fans. Gate City Sports Radio will be the home of Drew Vermillion's decision. His college pick will be announced here after a ball game or whatever.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Well, Drew, let me give you a little bit of news that we told Sarah also. So I teach at Sevier Middle School, and a lot of people follow Gate City, and they ask me about the games and that kind of thing. And so just today, somebody was asking me when Gate City was playing Science Hill, and I told them it's Friday, and they said to please tell everybody that all of Kingsport will be a Blue Devil when you all go to the Hill.
Good deal. Sounds good.
All right, so we appreciate you.
Yep,
Thanks for spending just a couple minutes with us. I know you got your family and everybody, friend and girlfriend. I think she's even here. But anyway, so we'll let you get out of here, buddy. Again, I know you got school tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Again, that is number 15, Drew Vermillion. Thanks
Thank
for taking just a
Thank
few
you.
minutes. So we'll take one off of that 15, and we'll go down to 14. And we've got the man, the myth, the hammer, Mr. David Jordan. How are you, big man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing well. So talking to us a little bit about this ball game tonight. Again, it was sort of back and forth, especially that first half.
Oh yeah, it was hard. It was tough. They were guarding Zach and Brad like no other. Nothing like we've went up against yet. And some of the other players like me and John just really hadn't figured anything out yet. Just feeling the game, getting the feel for it, and then as we progress, we'll get to feel the game and help them two out and get them open and see what happens.
We talked about there was a differential in the first half in terms of overall rebounds, but you all evened that up as the game went on, and you all started to assert yourselves. What happened at halftime, and what adjustments did you all make to come out? And again, you all shut them down completely, giving up only 13 points in the second half.
It was just a mindset. We knew that we was not playing and rebounding like we were supposed to, and it was just a mindset. We knew that we had to do it, and that was our jobs.
So you've got Science Hill coming up. We talked to Drew for just a moment about. You know much about them, and what do you think that kind of environment's going to be like coming out to over here in Johnson City on Friday night?
Oh, it'll be similar to this. Knowing much about them, we played them last year, of course. I believe one of the point guards transferred, but I know they're still pretty good. So we'll watch film on them today, tomorrow, and Thursday, and then prepare for them these 2 days and see what happens.
So David, I'm sorry, I was thinking about Drew. I was looking at the scorebook. Joe, basically, I had 3 questions in mind, and Joe's already asked them, so that kind of leaves me hanging out a little bit. But let me ask you this. It was night and day between the first half and second half. Do you attribute that more to the adjustments you all made at halftime, or do you think Boone maybe got a little complacent and slacked off a little bit?
I think it was a little bit of they got tired, and we had the mindset of we have to step up our game. If not, we're not going to get anywhere improved.
Well, I did notice you all got a little bit more physical underneath. I saw some, it wasn't called, so it's all good. Saw some elbows both ways, but it looked like you all were kind of returning that a little bit more as opposed to you were kind of taking the elbows in the first half.
Oh, yeah. In the first half, we was taking it. And the second half, we knew that wasn't right, and we was going to have to step up our game and give it back to them.
Yeah, as we were talking about, we knew that, of course, you all, as being a defending state champs, you're going to get everybody's best punch.
For sure.
Of course, like I said, you'll see this group again coming up in January. So, like I said, the biggest question I know, of course, you're all getting ready. Of course, you got Science Hill. Then you got a little bit of break. You got Christmas. The Arby's Classic.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a game.